Hey everyone, so having some internet issues, so I'm not sure if the live is working or not. Had to redo this video a couple times. So anyway, but I wanted to come to you guys, just kind of let you know, give you an update on what I'm seeing, how I've adapted my business with everything that's going on with the virus, and then what I'm seeing in the market, and as well as what I think is gonna, what this is gonna mean for the market long term. Okay, so basically, Governor Hogan has deemed that real estate is essential because everybody needs a place to live. So it makes sense, which is great because a lot of my clients that are on that time crunch that they need to buy, they need to sell, they're still good to do that. Now, what this has also meant is that no real estate offices will be open, so it's meeting by appointment only. And then, we're not doing open houses. Anything that would have 10 or more people is shut down, okay? But again, showings, things like that, we're still good. So I'm doing a lot of my client meetings via Zoom calls, things like that, which is great. A lot of like the buyer, consultations, listing consultations, things like that, we can do electronically to limit that exposure and things like that. So that's been great. That's been very, very useful. And then in terms of my clients, what I'm advising when we are looking at houses, maintain that 6-foot barrier. And then also just don't touch anything. When you're going in the house, try not to touch doorknobs, light switches, things like that. Just walk, get in, get out, that kind of thing. And then the flip side for my seller clients, I'm advising them when a showing's coming through and 10 minutes before they're supposed to arrive, go through, turn all the lights on, open all the doors, things like that, so they can literally just go in and they don't have to touch anything. So that's some of the ways that I'm doing, some of the things I'm doing to kind of adapt my business with everything that's going on. And then what I'm seeing in the market is I have seen showings slow down to about 50%. So what this tells me is a lot of the people that were just kind of looky-loos or didn't really have to buy or sell, they've kind of stepped back and they're just riding this thing out, seeing what's going to happen with the economy, the real estate market, things like that. The clients that are motivated, they're still, moving forward, full steam ahead, if you will. And the nice thing is, as a seller, the only people coming through your house, they're going to be the super motivated ones, the ones that need to buy the home. So that's certainly been one nice takeaway. So it hasn't limited the showings. Again, about 50%. People are still buying and selling. So the market, it's in an interesting place, but it's still moving forward. And then what I see kind of moving forward, and I was listening to a podcast from Dr. Lawrence Yun, who's the chief economist with the National Association of Realtors. He's predicting that this is going to be basically a speed bump, whether it's a few weeks or a couple months. He thinks that it is going to slow the real estate market down like we've been seeing, but then instead of having the heavy spring market and then a slower summer and fall, basically this is just going to propel everything and push it forward a couple months. And we're going to have a very heavy July and August market is what he's predicting. And again, the reason why some people were saying, oh, it's 2008 all over again, real estate prices are going to take a dive, things like that. And, I just don't see the factors being there personally, the indicators, because 2008 going into that, builders, we had over 2 million homes built per year leading up to that. And frankly, it caught up with the demand and then surpassed the demand. And then also we had all the mortgage loans where the restrictions were very low. We had people that could buy a house, take out a 30-year mortgage for hundreds of thousands of dollars with absolutely no income verification. So again, that, and then the fact that the supply surpassed the demand, that's really some of the many factors that contributed to 2008, whereas we don't have any of that happening now. Last year we only had 1 million new homes that were built that came into the market. So again, that's half the amount of new homes, the new construction that was happening pre-2008. So again, when it comes to supply and demand, we still have a very strong demand and limited supply. So I don't see real estate, prices taking a dive here. Again, I think this will be a speed bump, and then we'll have a strong second half of 2020. So anyway, that's what I'm seeing. That's what a lot of the economists and experts that I follow are saying. I'd love to get your take on it, so feel free, drop me a comment on here or shoot me a private message, and I'd love to get your take on it, and just let me know if you have any questions. And stay safe, and thanks a lot for watching. See ya.